show Mondays at Poor Choices, hour before Kill Tony. So go there, see him before the show. Here he is, the one and only Derek Dimpfl.
Thank you, Scott. What an introduction. Hello. I also follow a lot of those Instagram models, strangely enough, because but I follow them for jerking off purposes only. That's exactly why I'm there. Yeah, I do that quite a bit. I also drink some. I was hanging out in this Latin guy's backyard, and I know it doesn't sound that way by the way I introduce it, but I was getting plastered with these guys. They invited me in, and we were drinking Coronas, and at a certain point they said, "Hey, you want a cigarro?" Which I thought they meant cigar, and it was a Marlboro Light, but I smoked it to be polite. I was like, okay. And I asked them after, I said, "Cigarro? I thought you meant cigar." And the guy said, "Oh, no somos jotos," which if you don't speak Spanish, he gets it, is it means we're not gay. And so I said, "Oh, ¿por qué no chupan los gordos negros, solo los pequeños blancos?" Which again means, oh, because you don't suck the fat black ones, you just suck the little white ones. That's why you're not gay. That was a very fun time, and many of you have heard it, but if some of you didn't laugh, that's fine, because those two Mexicans and that Guatemalan found that shit to be hilarious. And a wonderful time. Okay. I went on a date with a girl last week, if you can believe it. Woo! Hell yeah. Woo! All right. I sat down at the restaurant across from her. I said, "You look really beautiful." She said, "You look all right." I said, "What?" She said, "You look like if the Big Bird was on the Magic School Bus, but you look all right. Like you look like if Napoleon Dynamite transitioned twice, but you look all right. Like you look like a coat hanger with a coat on it, but you look all right. Like you look like you couldn't change my oil, but you could change my essential oils, but you look all right. You look like a talking dandelion, you dirty Q-tip looking motherfucker with a voice that sounds like Michael Cera." Anyways, yeah, it was kind of brutal. So I paid for dinner, I brought her home, and I fucked her like a gentleman. Hell yeah. I want you guys to clap for that. Yeah, there you go. This guy gets it. Yeah. Well, weed is crazy, right? There's a new term for explosive diarrhea on the roadway. It's called asphalt. You're welcome. Hell yeah. It's a new delivery every time. I haven't had a prostate exam yet, but I'm guessing that all the pegging I'm doing is going to prepare me for it marvelously. That's new. That's fun. School's supposed to prepare you for things later in life, but they don't tell you just how early they get you started on that. Take the alphabet, for instance. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, alimony, P, Q, R, what? Alimony, alright. That's kind of stupid. I know a lady, she lives in a battered women's shelter, and you can say what you want about the accommodation, but the location is unbeatable. Cool. Got a new car a few months ago. Whenever I put the key in the lock before unlocking it, the alarm goes off. It's just like my last girlfriend. It's alright, I'll work on that. I do call my I do call my car she though. You know, like good girl, but her license plate says RMN on it, so I called her Ramon. She's perfect for Austin. Red Subaru called Ramon, but it's a she. I'm killing it out here. Yeah. I'm gonna paint the top different. I'm gonna paint the top turquoise, like dye her hair. That's okay. I lived in a hostel when I first came to Austin. I lived in a hostel for a couple months, and you meet a lot of interesting characters. Hey, you guys like jokes? Well, here's a quick one for you. I think that circumcisions are a ripoff. If you laughed at that one, you should stay for the next one. Oh, circumcisions, total ripoff. the whole game. Yeah. Nobody wins. Careful of the camera. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's my $100 phone right there. I have a Motorola, everybody. You didn't think they even made those anymore. That one doesn't even fold in half. It's just a whole ass brick in my pocket. Hey, you guys like jokes? Yeah? Okay. I was gonna... No. Here's a different one. Don't go away. Oh, shoot. I should... Can you still hear me? It's all right. All right, fine. What do you call it when Batman doesn't show up for church? It's a Christian Bale, if you ask me. They didn't fall over, but his head... I think he laughed. It's cool. All right, they laughed. Right. I lived in a hostel the first few months I lived here. Yeah. And you meet a lot of interesting characters when you live in cheap housing situations. And one day this guy moved into the room, and during the night I was waking up to him going, yeah. He'd like start screaming. Yeah. And then the third time he screamed, I said, hey man, are you gonna be okay? He said, I'm 63 years old. I know how to take care of myself. And I said, all right. I think that can definitely be funnier. Yeah. You guys help me work on that later. Well, my name's Derek. I am the dirty Q-tip that you were just listening to for 5 minutes. Please, give it up for Zilker Park. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for your host, Scott Sauter. Here he comes back to the mic. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Derek Dimpfl, everybody. The treasure of Austin. All right, coming up next,